Well, neighbors in one South Bay city are still recovering from last week's storms. Right now, workers are trying to get all of the utilities fixed and restored ahead of the next round of wet weather. KTVU's Brooks Jerose is in Saratoga, where neighbors are concerned about the possibility of falling trees.
4 days, that's how long tree crews have spent cleaning up a huge mess. But even with the road reopened and the power back on, neighbors now fear a repeat of last week.
It's like we're living in the Santa Cruz Mountains out here. It's crazy.
In Saratoga's Allendale neighborhood, the talk is all about the trees.
It didn't even pull the roots up. It just snapped at the bottom.
Last Tuesday, this massive eucalyptus tree crashed across Allendale Avenue and Harley Drive, blocking access to some homes.
And I think the biggest concern is that happening again.
A utility pole and power lines were brought down too within seconds.
They were literally laying on the ground.
The fix has taken much longer. One reason neighbors say no one initially took responsibility for the tree. The road was closed for most of the week.
5 days without power, and we're still waiting for cable TV.
The lights came back on over the weekend, but today's buzz is over what's still standing.
This was all, covered in that tree.
Are you worried these trees could fall?
Yeah, I mean, these are the ones right across the street. Those eucalyptus trees, it's gonna happen again.
While some have been cut and chipped, others are either dead or leaning a lot. PG&E says it had more than 400 outage incidents in Santa Clara County caused by the most recent storm. With another one moving in, extra power poles, line, and transformers are ready to go. So is extra staff.
We want our customers to know that we're out in full force. We are going to be working around the clock once the storm starts, and we're really focusing in on those hardest hit areas. Here in the Bay Area, that's the peninsula and the South Bay that we're anticipating.
For those in Saratoga, they're keeping watch. With no long-term strategy to prevent more trees from falling, they say it's not a matter of if, but when.
Eyes wide open when the weather gets bad here.
Could be really dangerous. My wife and I walk down there all the time. Now we have second thoughts about walking down that way.
PG&E says if you see lines down caused by a fallen tree, stay away to avoid getting hurt. In Saratoga, Brooks Jerose, KTVU Fox 2 News.